In June 2026, right as the Australia Anzac-class frigate HMAS Toowoomba concludes high-intensity deployment drills alongside Allied navies in the flashpoint waters of the South China Sea, a brutal tactical verdict has dropped from Canberra. The Royal Australian Navy is moving to decommission HMS Arunta early this year, making it the second major surface combatant after HMS Anzac in 2024 to be permanently retired from active duty. This defense decision has left Australia with its lowest number of Tier 1 surface combatants in modern history, raising serious stakes for maritime security across the Indo Pacific region. By removing these multi-role platforms before their long-term replacements even begin construction, defense planners have exposed a critical gap in regional presence missions. This leads global defense analysts to argue that this creates a dangerous capability valley between now and the next decade, leaving Australia maritime borders exposed during the most unstable geopolitical climate since 1945. Is this aggressive downsizing a stroke of strategic genius to clear the financial runway for expensive nuclear-powered submarines under the AUKUS agreement, or a critical error that renders the current fleet defenseless against immediate surface threats? On paper, their only tactical salvation would be the rapid induction of new automated platforms, but with the first replacement warships from Japan expected no earlier than 2029, the fleet faces years of standing completely vulnerable. Before we go on, do you think Australia is making the right choice by sacrificing its current warships for future nuclear technology? Drop a comment below and tell me where you are watching from. Make sure to hit subscribe so you do not miss our next deep dive into global naval warfare. The structural crisis driving the early retirement of the Australia Anzac-class frigate stems from a devastating design limitation and an acute funding bottleneck. Despite a comprehensive midlife capability assurance upgrade that equipped these 3,810-ton warships with the world-class CFA active phased array radar, the platform is sabotaged by its physical architecture. On paper, the Anzac class possesses an incredibly advanced tracking capability, yet its hull contains only a single 8-cell Mk-41 vertical launching system. While utilizing quad-packed evolved Sea Sparrow missiles allows for 32 interceptors, these weapons are limited to short and medium-range defense under 50 kilometers. The vessels completely lack the physical deck space to integrate long-range SM-2 or SM-6 air defense interceptors, nor can they carry Tomahawk land attack cruise missiles. In the modern naval combat environment of 2026, where a single Tier 1 adversary can unleash saturated anti-ship missile salvos, this leads global defense analysts to argue that an 8-cell combatant is inherently defenseless, as its entire ammunition reserve would be depleted within the opening minutes of an engagement. Furthermore, financial and human resource realities have forced Canberra into a corner. According to recent Australian Strategic Policy Institute reports, the aging steel hulls are suffering from extreme structural fatigue, causing maintenance costs to skyrocket. This forced the government to award a $163 million engineering contract to BAE Systems Australia in March 2026, just to keep the remaining 6 hulls safe to operate. Compounding this is a severe naval personnel shortage, requiring 180 sailors to crew just one aging frigate. Facing compressed budgets, military planners are executing a ruthless consolidation, decommissioning HMS Arunta early to harvest its crews and shift vital personnel onto larger Hobart-class Aegis destroyers and the newly established Naval Support Facility, Stirling in Perth. To bridge this critical capability gap, Australia is executing an aggressive dual-track procurement strategy designed to replace the decaying surface combatants with heavily armed, highly automated platforms. The most decisive turning point occurred on April 18, 2026, when Canberra finalized the selection for the Project SEA3000 requirement, advancing a strategic partnership with Japan to construct 11 new Tier 2 multi-role frigates based on an upgraded variant of the Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Mogami class. This new fleet directly addresses the severe vulnerabilities of the Anzac class by doubling the vertical launch capacity to 16 or 32 cells, while its advanced automation slashes the required crew size from 180 sailors down to just 90. This human resource efficiency allows the Royal Australian Navy to maximize its limited manpower across a larger surface fleet. However, because the first of these Japanese-designed vessels will not enter operational service until 2029, defense planners are implementing an immediate lethality upgrade to ensure short-term survival over the next 3 to 12 months. BAE Systems Australia is rapidly stripping the obsolete Harpoon anti-ship missiles off the remaining 6 Anzac-class hulls and integrating the advanced naval strike missile developed by Kongsberg. The naval strike missile provides an immediate tactical bridge, delivering a sea-skimming, low observable strike range exceeding 185 kilometers. Simultaneously, the deployment of the newly delivered Ghost Shark Alpha extra-large autonomous undersea vehicle developed by Anduril Australia is shifting the burden of undersea warfare away from manned hulls. On paper, these uncrewed systems will act as a force multiplier, patrolling vital choke points and maintaining regional deterrence while the surface fleet transitions through its most vulnerable historical window. The phased decommissioning of the Anzac-class forces Australia into a profound military dilemma that epitomizes the shifting nature of modern naval warfare. By prematurely retiring these dependable surface combatants to fund future high-technology programs like the AUKUS nuclear-powered submarines, Canberra is executing a high-stakes geopolitical gamble. This strategic transition polarizes naval experts globally. On one side, practical defense analysts argue that cannibalizing the current surface fleet leaves Australia highly exposed during a critical 3-year security window before the first upgraded Mitsubishi Heavy Industries warships arrive in 2029. They stress that relying on short-term fixes like the integration of the naval strike missile cannot compensate for a severe lack of physical hulls in the water today. Conversely, forward-looking strategists insist that pouring billions of dollars into maintaining fatiguing 30-year-old hulls with restricted 8-cell vertical launch systems is a classic sunk cost fallacy. For these planners, the early retirements represent a necessary sacrifice to achieve long-range lethality and rapid automation through autonomous systems like the Ghost Shark Alpha. Ultimately, the lesson from Australia is clear. As modern naval warfare becomes more expensive and saturated with long-range threats, mid-sized nations can no longer afford the luxury of balanced fleets, forcing them to choose between immediate conventional defense and future strategic deterrence. This pivot changes the naval balance across the Indo Pacific entirely. If you were shaping the defense policy for Canberra, would you keep the reliable Anzac-class warships active to safeguard the present decade, or would you risk a temporary capability gap to secure an advanced nuclear future? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Do not forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our deep dive into global military strategy.